morning. I am out here in Lawrence at the Clinton Lakes North Shore Trails. Getting my last training run in before the Saunter 50K that I'm doing next weekend. So I figured I would take you and give you some shots from that. It is a little bit chilly this morning, as you can probably tell. I'm wearing a jacket and some pants today. It's about 37 degrees. So I'm going to get started out here and get into these trees, so get away from this wind a little bit. So wish me luck. Good morning from the Clinton Lakes North Shore Trails here in Lawrence, Kansas. I'm about 3 miles in to this lovely race. It's a little bit chilly this morning, but not too bad. The sun is finally coming up, as you can see up here. And so it's starting to warm up. It was about 34 when I got here this morning. So I'm waiting for it to warm up, but I'm about 3 miles in. I'm gonna get at least one loop in today on the Saunter trail so I can make sure I'm all ready for next week for the 50K. This is part of my training for the 50K, which is my first 50K ultra length run ever. So I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm trying to prepare really well for it. Also, this is part of my Walt Disney World Dopey training. So I'm getting the miles in. Dopey is in just around 60 days in Florida. So I'm again running as a St. Jude hero. St. Jude is near and dear to my heart, so I'm gonna keep fundraising for them. So if you get a chance, go and donate to the cause. Help me out in reaching my ever expanding goal. So I appreciate you joining me today. I wanted to show you some awesome trails today. So behind me, if you go that way, this is the white trail. It continues on over here, and then the blue trail is over that way. So I'm gonna keep going here, and I'll get back with you here in a couple miles. Couple more miles in. I am at the confluence of the white trail where it goes from Lake Henry to Land's End. I'm headed to Land's End where the aid station will be set up for the 50K. So I'm about 4 miles in now, and I will continue running. It is really beautiful here. Only problem with running in the fall is there are lots of leaves on the trail and they hide all the rocks. So I've had a couple times that I've tripped, but I'm going to continue on, and hopefully I won't run into anything. There are some cool features around here. This right here is a rock wall, and it continues down this way through this sign and back that way into the forest. So there's been a number of them where I'm guessing old property lines used to be before they took over this as a state park. So it's pretty cool to see. There are some lines where there's barbed wire stuck in trees, and barbed wire along hedgerows along here. So I'm going to continue on and head to Land's End. I'll see you there. All right, if you've made it this far, you made it to Land's End, and so far I'm about 7 miles from the start of the trail, way back that way. So I'm going to continue on the trail. This is what it looks like. I'm currently right there. I'm going to come up to over here and then turn around and take the blue trail back to the car. That way I can at least get a 25K in a day, about 15 miles, a little over 15 miles. So the white trail is right over there. I just came from the white trail right behind me. So I'm going to continue on. I'm looking forward to seeing this blue trail that comes right along here in about 5 or 6 more miles. So I'm really enjoying my run this morning. The temperatures are perfect. I am now getting a little warm in my jacket and pants and stuff. So I'm going to continue running. And then I think once I get to my turnaround point, I'll give you a little bit of info on what I am wearing out here today. So I will see you at the turnaround. Bye. Alright, well that was fun. About a mile back that way, I took a nice spill and cut my wrist pretty well and my fingers. It's great. Luckily, a tree caught my fall so that I wouldn't smack into a bunch of rocks that I was running over at the time. There was a nice branch sticking out that caught the toe end of my shoe, and that's all she wrote. So I am now 9.5 miles into this fun adventure. I'm gonna turn my watch back on, sorry about that. 9.5 miles in, I'm about at my turnaround point, which is just up and around the bend up here on the trail. where I transition over to the blue trail and head back the way I came. So it's an absolute beautiful day. The sun, I don't know if you can tell, it's gone away. And the temperature has gone down a little bit, so it's probably back in the 40s, I'm gonna guess. Did warm up to the 50s for just a little bit, and then the clouds came back in and covered that up. So I'm gonna keep going down this trail for about half a mile, I think, and then I will turn around, and the blue trail is just right down there. I can see it from here, and I'll head back. I probably will go down and take the red trail, which goes right along the lake shore, because I like the red trail a lot. It is right on the lake shore with some very beautiful views, and I will do another video from down there when I get to that point when I head back. So just wanted to check in with you, let you know about this wonderful, graceful move. That is the first time I ever crashed on a trail run. So I'm gonna try not to do that again, because it's not pleasant. Luckily, I have a nice first aid kit in my backpack as a Boy Scout. Be prepared for anything and everything. I could probably take care of myself out here if I had to spend the night for some odd reason. Hopefully I'll never have to do that, but I've got what I need in order to do that. Look, there's proof. 9 miles on the white trail. So I'm about to turn around up here where I see the two trails cross and head back, and I will post you actually when I get to the red trail, because I'm gonna do that instead of blue on the way back. There are so many rocks that are hidden. Let me show you this real quick. Let me look down at the ground. See all this leaf? There's some nice boulders that are in there that you wouldn't see otherwise. That's the problem I'm dealing with today. Is during the hawk, all these leaves were up in the trees, and now all these leaves are on my path, cluttering up my vision. It's really pretty though. It is very fall. Amazing wonders of nature. So I appreciate you joining me again, and I will talk to you in a couple miles. Thanks. Coming to you from the red trail. I've survived so far. The lake is literally 10 feet from me right now, and I am continuing on the red trail with the great views of the lake over here. Highly recommend, if you're gonna come out and run or hike on Clinton Lakes North Shore Trail, definitely go down and take the red trail. It is really pretty. It's prettier in the summer when there's a lot more vegetation, but you can't totally miss out on this. This is really cool over here because it's a ledge that runs right along here and it just drops off. So you have to be kind of careful. So I'm going to pay close attention to that and not the camera currently. But I'll show you what I mean as we get up here. Sorry about shaking it. So this is what the trail looks like. There's these large flat stones they've come out of this, and there you can see the trail. It goes up here and then bounces around the corner there. So it's one of the reasons I like being out here on Clinton Lakes. Got my wrist to stop bleeding and my finger, so it's all good now. But it is really pretty. There's a little bit of a breeze, but it actually feels a little warmer. I don't know if that's because I'm moving a whole lot more than I was or what. So I'm gonna continue on. I'm about 10, almost 11 miles into this, on my way headed back to the trailhead on this. These are really cool rock formations right here, been carved out by the water as the waters come up. That's really cool. So I'm gonna go so I can watch my step a little bit better and continue on. I'll catch up with you in a little bit. That rock moved, and catch you in a couple months. Okay, now we are on the blue trail. We're coming to my favorite part of this trail. And that is this little branch covered canopy thing that you run through. Somebody has slapped a nice lei on it. There's some assorted toys. There's a skull of some animal. There's little toys and butterfly, and there's this thing and a necklace that's right here. Various necklaces and feathers. This little duck thing. Another necklace. Vertebrae of some. Oh, it's a catfish head right there. Hopefully you can see that. But I don't know who built this, but it's very cool. And it's a good marker when you know you're on your way back on the blue trail. And you know that it's a blue trail is a blue markings. Usually they're a diamond when they can get them to be a diamond. So just figured I'd share that with you. That's probably my favorite part of this entire trail, is that. So bye. Figured I'd make this the last part of the video for this trip. As you can see, I'm almost done. That over there is the marina and marina parking, and I am within half a mile of being finished on this. And today I've got about 15 miles by the time I'm done. So it's been really nice. Good training day. So hopefully I am ready for the 50K next weekend. Need all the well wishes that I can get from anybody that watches this. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Check out some of my other reviews where I review some of my gear that I use on my various runs. I am a minimalist shoe runner, and also I like to be very prepared when I go on a run. Using the Solomon S-Lab pack, which allows me to carry quite a bit of stuff and keeps me prepared in case I do that to my wrist. So thanks for joining me on this trip. Check out some of my other videos. Links will be there. Donate at St. Jude fundraising. Just Google ST Jude RNR, and with St. Jude, I am constantly fundraising for St. Jude, and we'll appreciate any donations that you get. With that, I'm going to continue this last little bit. I'm getting to the picnic table up here. That is a good landmark place to end this. I appreciate you joining me today on this nice training run. I look forward to seeing any comments that you may have on my videos, and I appreciate you joining me. Hopefully you have a great day. Get out and run some trails. Have a wonderful day and get to enjoy this wonderful world around us.